Alright, good morning. We got a walk-in cooler that they've had the door open on purpose because they come in the morning and it's 20 degrees in here and literally the product is all frozen. So you can see frozen. They have a temperature monitoring system in here, and so we can see that, and it's very random. So it's not always at night. There's just certain times when it seems like the thermostat's either running away or the solenoid's stuck open. Haven't figured out which is which. We're just getting started. It's funny, it says it's in a defrost right now, which this is a cooler. It's not in a defrost. It's just programmed to drop out the condensing unit every so often. We're going to get rid of that. We're actually probably going to get rid of this entire controller, put in a Ranco, dumb it down. Ranco digital, but let's see what we're looking like. So just walked up outside and this unit shut down. I have a cold suction line, warm liquid line. This is the cooler. This is the freezer, and I kind of noticed right away the clock's wrong and there's no light. I wonder if they turned off the breaker to this thinking it's the cooler. So let's check that, but also let's check the state of the inside. Has this thing pulled down and satisfied already? Oh no, it said it was in a defrost. So peeking in the freezer, we definitely have a defrost problem. Well, this turned off because it's satisfied. So no green light on the top. It's not calling. This is infuriating. So we're on N and 4, which is our cooling circuit. Okay. And I got 214. This actually was just running a second ago and it cut out. But I'm not in a defrost because if I go from N to 3, which is my defrost heater, I got nothing. And I got no lights. So I got a bad defrost clock, which is crazy towns because this thing isn't 2 or 3 months old. So I mean the part's going to be covered under warranty. I'm not going to change it. And I'm not even here for this. I'm here for the cooler. What the heck? Okay, I mounted this in here this way so that I could pull this out and get access to it. Taking a good aesthetic look here. Boo. So that would be my defrost circuit relay. I don't see a burn mark or anything on the back of it. It looks like that relay gave out. So let's see. 3, 2, 1, explode. Nope. 3, 2, 1, run. All right. 3, 2, 1, defrost. Swifter says. Here's a good one, guys. I've been outside the whole time and the unit has not come on. It was 34 and now it's 33. What in the world? Water or oil? Definitely oil. It's nonsensical though. Let me heat up this probe. Alright. Let's see. Alright. It definitely feels below freezing in here. I may have to go get my hand hanging thermometer. I don't see one. They've got an automated system. My glass is bubbling a little bit. See if we can get it. See if we can get it. Okay. I have a hypothesis. Look, she pulled down and shut off at 34 and it's 32 again. I think the solenoid's hanging open. I think the solenoid's hanging open and refrigerant's bleeding through. We don't have a thermostat problem at all. I'm gonna get gauges on it outside. I'm gonna cut this back and do a leak check here. We're definitely short and we definitely have refrigerant here. So, but I'm gonna open this up, take a look at the solenoid. Oh yeah, I think it's leaking through sometimes. I'm only hooked up to the low side. And I've got 7 PSI on it, which is like, well, that's no big deal. Let's drop that down, and I get 7 PSI back. So, yeah, the coil's bleeding through. That solenoid's not closing all the way. Let's go take a look. I opened and closed it a few times inside with the magnet. Now we're only weeping by 3. It's not a scroll compressor. So, we're gonna have to change a solenoid valve. Alright, so here's the plan. I don't see bubbles here, but you saw all that oil. This is covered up in oil. So I don't have that solenoid valve with me. That's just, there's nothing special about it. It's just a 3/8 solenoid valve. So I'm gonna get that solenoid valve, the actual valve itself, and the new solenoid coil. And then this is just 1/2 inch. I'm gonna get, it's a suction line, so I'm just gonna cut all this crap out. I'm gonna use quick connects. We'll leave the trap, we'll tap in. Let's see what this looks like. We're gonna unwrap all of this. Oh yeah, it's frozen up on the inside. We're gonna unwrap all of this and cut it back and just put a straight pipe it, cut out the disconnect, get rid of the leak point. If we're gonna pump it down, pull a vacuum in here anyway, we're gonna do both. So on this freezer, I'm only pulling 7 amps, which is fine, but I'm waiting for my FLIR to boot up. It doesn't like to boot up when it's cold. You gotta warm up the unit. I keep it in my bag. There it goes. Yeah, I don't see anything crazy as far as the relays go or anything. Okay. I swear I smelt something electrical, but I'm not overamping. And given that we just blew a defrost clock, thought it'd be responsible to check, huh? There it is. There it is. Told you I smelled something. Howdy, folks. We got a melty terminal. Black. Which is my hot leg here. Ooh, she's crispy. Alright, well, everything on that. Wow. Yeah, that whole contactor's terrible. We don't have bad connections though. Alright, let's go grab, what do we got? This is a 208 volt, 30 amp. Alright, 208 volt, 2-pole 30. 2-pole contactors. 2-pole, 30 volt. 2 pole, 240, 30 amps. Alright, new terminal ends, right, all set. And while I'm going to transfer the other side, those are all burned up too. Wire's all brittle, so I'm going to cut it all back and put new ends on these also. Start from fresh. That was the hardest contactor change I've ever done. And there's no reason for it. I just couldn't get to anything. So. Oh, let's see. Hey, look at that. Run for a little bit, check it for good connections, good crimps, make sure nothing's overheating. And back to where we were when we started, I want this thing in a defrost. This we like. So the heater's energized, so the North Pole is pulling power. Nice and good. So where did it start to go bad? No telling. One of those connections, and then it got ugly from there.